who you are. And that right there is powerful. Everything that y'all said today is going to be the starting block for y'all success as you go along throughout life. And we all know that, right? So today, well, the 5 Black Artists Love Well, and we also have them in the back as well. So if y'all want to, after y'all hear the presentation, if y'all want to come back and support the book, y'all absolutely can. But the 5 love languages was something that struck me in a time where I was being very selfish, right? I was not being considerate of people's feelings. I wasn't appreciating the individuals that I was dealing with. And people left, at one point they left and they didn't trust or they didn't feel secure with me because it was like I was running game. Y'all understand that? So this way, the 5 love languages allowed me to still be able to get my point across, but not at the expense of somebody else's feelings, right? Because that's what most of us, when we talking to each other, communication is so highly important. Relationships are failed on 2 causes. It's caused by lack of communication and finances. And you get the communication right, everything else will fall over. So finances is not hard. All we have to do is be able to articulate between one another and get our point across. So one thing I'm gonna say out throughout this whole presentation, I want y'all to do this one thing, which is the best communication is the active listener. So if you want to get your point across to somebody, if you want to really pierce and communicate with somebody, your listening is going to be majority of it. You can't just talk. Talking is communication, but listening is a big portion of communication. And when you can become a better listener than you are a communicator, then you'll be able to reassure you're going to get whatever you want, and that person will be able to get what they want. So we both getting something out of the situation. We're both leaving this place happy. We're both leaving the situation in a positive light, right? All right, so we talked about this too. With this workshop, I want to show us all that you can reckon everybody here has a love language, a primary love language, and everybody here has what we call a gateway love language. And when we get through the presentation, you'll understand that a little bit more. You will be able to translate the message through various styles of love languages, because at the end of the day, even though we all carry a primary and gateway love language, we have to utilize all 5 of them in order to get across to everybody. We have to understand and know that all 5 love languages is going to be something that we all appreciate. Meaning, words of affirmations, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. We're going to go into more on that a little bit later, but those are the 5 as of right. Those are the 5 love languages. But you have to be aware of all of them, because you want a piece of all of these as well. So you have a main one, so you have a gateway one, you still want to appreciate all the other ones as well. And I'll show you how that comes about, how that forms, right? Give me one second. So, okay, so take a look at this screen. If y'all can see the screen, take a look at this screen. There's 5 scenarios on this screen, okay? Read all 5 of these scenarios, and I want you to choose one scenario that best describes what you appreciate the most. When you have it, raise your hand, okay?
Can y'all see it? Okay.
So read all these scenarios and tell me which one resonates with you the most. If anybody's finished reading them and want to raise their hand, let me know which one resonates with you the most.
Number 1.
Number 1, read it out to me for me.
Your partner school. They take the time to constantly praise you and encourage you to do and be your best.
Okay, hang on to that. Anybody else got something different? The fourth one? Read it out loud for me.
Your partner is always busy with work and school. You never complain, but you always drop hints of what interests you. One day, we surprised you with tickets to a show you had been talking about for months and took the entire week off to spend time with you.
Okay. Anybody have a different one outside of those two? I got you.
I need some guys.
Yeah, I need some men too. This is very, very important for the guys too, because women understand love languages. They came out the womb understanding that. But the men, we have a tough time articulating what we really, really want. So emotionally, we're not the best emotional creatures on this planet. So it's hard for us to express what we really feel about ourselves. So any guys that see one up there that resonate with you, if it's something that's already been said, that's cool too. Okay.
Since the first one's already said, second one.
Read it out loud to me.
You have been doing small things to show your partner your appreciation. You're going to know you're going to repay you by buying you small gifts every day, affectionate smile.
Okay. So we're gonna move on. Queen. This resonate with you. Why? Is that what you want? Or is that how you give love?
That's what I want, but that's also how I give love too.
That's facts. What about you? Is that what you want and that's how you deliver it? Both. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. This is what the clues and the signals that I'm gonna give y'all to recognize somebody's love language is gonna be simple. Y'all gonna be like, damn. Okay, that was it. But let me jump the king in the back. So, is this what you want to receive, or this is how you deliver love? Kind of both, right? So, the third part about this whole scenario is that when you think about it, and we're going to talk about leveraging love language in a minute too, but the way that you deliver love, the way that you deliver or communicate with somebody is more likely how you want to receive it. And when you think about all the discussions and all the conversations you have amongst people every single day, when we kind of get into what each love language really means and how it works, you will start to recognize, okay, that's how I need to respond back to them. Okay? So we can articulate between one another, right? And we're going to do some scenarios up here together at the same time, right? So the first one, your partner sees that sometimes you may be discouraged or distracted with school. They take the time to constantly praise you, encourage you to do and be your best. Which love language do you think that is? Well, we ain't go over that too much, so I'm gonna drop a hint to y'all. I'm gonna drop love language to y'all. Words of affirmations. We're gonna get into more on that in a second. But this is gonna be words of affirmation. So you prefer somebody that lets you know that they recognize that you're doing a good job. You wanna feel appreciated. That's all it is. All of these is gonna make you feel appreciated, but it's with words. A lot of times a lot more people are this than anything, especially in urban communities, especially in low-income communities and stuff like that. Reason being is because we're not actually given that as a child. So we yearn for it, right? And when you know that, it's not an issue. Guys too, like I'm a words of affirmation type of person. My wife, for example, she does this. And this is what like made sure she solidified her spot as my queen. When I wake up in the AM and I rise up, first of all, I speak life to myself when I wake up. On my ceiling in my bedroom, I put $1 million bill on top of my head. So whenever I open my eyes in the morning, I remind myself what my goal is, right? And then on top of that, she added, well, as I wake up in the morning, eye level wise, she put sticky notes all across the room, leading to the bathroom, leading to the all the way out to the door that says affirmations. You're a king. Don't let nobody discourage you. She gives positive energy, and she wrote them down so I can look at them as I walk out the door. So that by the time I get out the door, I'm already hyped. I'm in my car. I'm ready to go make $1 million right now. The whole point of this 5 love languages, when you talking to somebody, you can either energize them or you can suck the energy out of them. If you love them, you want to give them energy. So, the second one, Queen, right? Or right here, right? Okay. Your partner is always busy with work and school. You never complain, but you always drop hints of what interests you. One day they surprise you with tickets to a show you've been talking about for months and took the entire weekend off to spend time with you. So, you are a quality time type of person, right? You're a quality time type of person. So, with that being said, a lot of us are yearning for, okay, if I'm giving it, if I'm somebody that's willing to give you my all, I'm just asking for the same in return, right? Quality time is something that we all can appreciate, we all understand. Men, we take advantage of this all the time. It's all about us. I don't know how the scales got tipped, but nowadays it's all about us men. If we ain't sat in the various per city, it varies per neighborhood. I can tell y'all right now, we traveled all the way up here from Atlanta, Georgia. And it's a 16-to-1 ratio. Men versus, women versus men. It's 16 women to 1 man. Y'all know how crazy that is? So that means that most guys are getting the attention that they want, and a lot of women are out there trying to figure out how can I get the energy that I need, because there's not enough men to go around. So they walk around and they give it because they want to receive it, right? So you give it out more, but us men, we have to be able to recognize it. If somebody's taking their time out to help you out, and that's both sides of the spectrum. If anybody take the time to help you out or spend time with you and thinking about who you are, thinking about what you may like, that's somebody that I want to sit there and invest in. If they taking the time to do that. So if you're smart enough to recognize that and understand the clues, okay, my girl, she always throwing me tickets, she always give it, she always. You hear that? You think about that. She puts me first all the time. It got to be a light bulb that go off that say, you know what? Man, she just wants quality time. She just wants quality time. And if you just give an inkling of that, see, quality time don't have to be a scenario where you have to always be around each other, bond each other 24/7. Quality time just simply saying, I'm paying attention to what you want, right? And how can we both benefit from this? So I know she want to go to this concert. I know she's been talking about it, dropping hints all this time. I mean, I've been working and grinding. I can take some time off for myself as well. So now we both getting something out of the equation, but we can go more in depth to that a little bit later as well. The last one, we'll move on to the next slide after this one. Right here, right, King? So you have been doing small things to show your partner your appreciation. They begin to notice and repay you by buying you small gifts every day just to make you smile. You're a gift person. The first thing this king did back there, he bought a book from me. He was the first one to buy a book. And the first thing he said was, my girl read books, and she'll love this. You see what I'm saying, y'all? That's the third love language, which is gifts. For a second, I may go. But that's gifts. And when we talk about gifts, when we talk about love language, we're not speaking about expensive gifts. We're thinking about thoughtful things. My wife, yellow flowers, will give me anything I want. She's beautiful. Y'all see, she's beautiful. She don't ask for $1 million worth of jewelry. She don't ask for a whole lot like some people may think. She really, really just wants simple things that just make her smile at the moment. And when you decide to do that without having to not being in the dog hole or not, from an argument, just doing it just because, I used to hop a fence when we was first dating and grab flowers out the ground. I promise y'all this, I'm old school. I used to hop the fence and just grab flowers out the ground and bring it back to her. And at the time, I realized that was it. But, and I initially did it, I wanted to show that, that I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. And so when I did it initially, I didn't know it was that grand of a gesture. But it made her world. It made her world. And it was like, okay. So I stepped it up a little bit. I started going to Kroger's and grabbing flowers. So now I'm giving her bouquets from some Kroger's. They weren't expensive, but she appreciated it to the point where she was so head over heels about me because it was the fact that it's the thought that counts. That's when it comes to this gift part. It's the thought that counts. Everything about this presentation is to remind you that pay attention to your significant other. Pay attention to the people around you that you want to actually make happy. And then we can go more in depth into all these other ones too, but we're going to do that on the next slide. Okay, so to give y'all better, so if y'all want to write this on y'all papers, y'all can. So these are the 5 love languages, okay? So y'all can see them. We talked about words of affirmations. We talked about quality time. We talked about gifts. We're going to talk about acts of service and physical touch. I'm sure all of y'all going to appreciate physical touch too. So, can y'all see this? Can y'all read this at the top? Here's the definitions and some examples of each one of them. If y'all want to write these down, y'all can. Simply, words of affirmation is simply expressing affection through spoken affection, praise, or appreciation. Example, speaking positive life to your partner. We talked about that. The second one, gifts. Using thoughtful gifts to relay how you feel about someone. Example, understanding your lady will appreciate flowers more than expensive jewelry. Acts of service. Action rather than words are used to show and receive love. Example, taking the burden off your tired partner after they have had a long day at work, cooking dinner, running a bubble bath, purchasing a thoughtful vacation. So, how many of y'all are acts of service love language? Most administrative people are. Y'all work hard every single day, and y'all just want somebody to take the burden off y'all at the end of the day, right? So this right here, and then when we get through all these, you will understand that everybody has a piece of every one of them inside of them. Just some is larger than the next. But who wouldn't want this? Who wouldn't want this, right? Who wouldn't want this? I think this is one of the most thoughtful gestures that anybody can ever do. Acts of service. Fellas, give me all some free game now. Give me all some free game now. Get in tune with this. Get in tune with this. Acts of service. Get in tune with this. This right here, and we're going to show you how to leverage this in everyday life as well in a second, This we're talking about just communication in general, but far as from a relationship perspective, but we're gonna talk about it, how to use it in a normal everyday aspect of life as well. But this right here, get into it with acts of service, man. When you got something to say, Quinn? Want to say something? Okay. If you can get this one right, it shows that you're paying attention. Because most of the time, our significant other is just looking for, it's not all the time, but they're just looking for somebody to relieve them of concern. Right? Right? When you can help your partner, relieve your partner of concern, that builds trust and it builds security. Because it's saying that I thought of you enough to take the burden off your shoulders, and all we doing every day is we going out here to fight for a better tomorrow. And if I know that my partner is down there fighting with me, then I know that I can sit up here and extend my return on my investment out a little bit further. Meaning, I'm gonna show them I appreciate them just as much too. Now we got a positive form of energy back and forth, right? We talked about quality time. Expressing affection with undivided, undistracted attention. How many of us guys have short attention spans here? By show of hands. Right. Right. If y'all can muster up an extra little bit of time to actually just hear what she's talking about. Not pretend, but actually show that you are paying attention. Affirm that you are paying attention. And it's simple. Just, it can be the head gesture. It can be, let me finish your sentence. It's little things that you have to do. This right here, I know a lot of y'all ladies can appreciate this a lot too, right? If y'all can just extend your attention span just a little bit longer to understand what she wants. Give her what she wants. And you're going to get what you want. You know what it is. It's simple math, right? It's simple math. The last one. And I know this is going to be the most popular amongst guys, and I know secretly ladies feel the same way too. It's physical touch. Paying attention to the way your partner expresses themselves physically, for example, massaging, holding hands, and then y'all can read the last part, right? Y'all can read the last one, right? SEX. All right, and let me tell y'all something about the SEX part. SEX don't always got to be intercourse when it comes to physical touch. Okay? When y'all talk about love languages, that's going to happen, but if I told y'all that if y'all knew how to actually massage the insecurity, actually have intercourse, now you reached another level of her mental. Right? It's free game. It's not always about the last part. It's not always about the intercourse about the last part, let me say that much. Because, let me give you an example, right? And this works from both sides of the spectrum. When you communicate with somebody with physical touch, and the way that you might have brushed up against them and gave them a little joke, it's all based on energy, right? So, last night, for example, I was tossing and turning. And I woke up, it was like 3 in the morning, I was tossing and turning, and me and my wife, we have such crazy energy. Like, I know when she's going through something, she knows when I'm going through something. And when I'm going through, like, my progressions, and I'm trying to make sure I do certain, I think so far ahead in advance that sometimes it can put a lot of stress on me. And when you think about how stress makes your body feel, it tightens up in the back of your neck and then it spreads down your back. So you get to feel, you get to walk like this. Somebody that think a lot. They shoulders be always up in the air like this, And it's something as simple as a massage, a hug, or whatever that can sit there and release that stress off of them just by simply touching them. It ain't have to be intercourse. And that right there, a lot of times, for a man, that, ladies,
Free game.
we trying to get somewhere. But this is for the ladies. A woman's touch can put a man in position to be king over whatever he needs to be king over, because it's showing that you're covering him. It's showing that you paying attention to what he's going through. Because he, as a man, we more physically, we have a capacity to be a little bit more physical than y'all, right? And sometimes it just requires just simply massaging the temple, you know, or we understand that, you know, back rubs and all that stuff come into play, but if you just simply massage his mind, let him know that, okay, I understand that you had a stressful day today. I understand that you went out there to fight the world today. Let me just relieve you of that. Let me relieve you of that. Rub his neck. Rub his feet. A lot of stress is in your feet. My wife has no problem with that. She does it. She wants to relieve me of concern, and that's what this whole thing is when it comes down to these 5 love languages. How can I get my point across, and we both are relieved of concern in terms of what it is that we are trying to achieve out this relationship. So now we're about to flip the script a little bit. We're talking about relationships and everything of that nature, but we also got to recognize that the way that you communicate, the way that you go about your everyday life, you are targeted by people trying to sell you things all day long. You trying to sell people things all day long. You just trying to sell. You trying to order food. You trying to do it. We communicate with each other so much that we have to understand that if I want to get what I want in life in general, I have to be able to recognize on the fly what somebody might be expressing to me at that moment, right? So it's 2 types of love languages that we all carry. After extensive research, we came to a conclusion that you got a primary love language, right? And that's what y'all pretty much showed me in the beginning. What y'all actually want, how y'all give love and how y'all want to receive it, as far as y'all relationships or just friendships with other individuals. And then we all have a gateway love language, and that's that love language that you carry on the outside when you walking through life, because you don't want, if you was vulnerable and let everybody know what your love language was, they'll sit there and really use you, you know. So you have to have some type of exterior to block away some of the subconscious coding that they will give you, because they recognize who you are, right? Commercials, billboard ads, all those things, they don't know who you are, but they don't have to know who you are. Only you know who you are, so you'll know what's going to pierce you. But when you're in front of an actual person, the actual person don't know who you are, right? So if somebody's trying to sell you or trying to convince you of certain things, we all carry this right here. And most of the time, acts of service and gifts is the only way you can get my attention. Queen Alicia, she met me down in Atlanta, and I said, "How you doing, Queen?" to her and her constituent. It was, I believe, the way I said it, but then you seen that we had the offer, which is the wine, book, and all that type of stuff. Okay, now you got my attention. Now that I got her attention, now I can ask certain open-ended questions that I can figure out what these are, right? And what you said your primary one was? Okay, so she who she is all the time. She who she is all the time. And I believe you when you say that, because when I told you what we had to offer, it was like a light bulb went off in your mind. And if I understood that correctly, I knew that I had something to give her. And it don't have to be a relationship between me and her from any other, from a relationship perspective, but I can build a friendship with her because I know that she's a career-oriented individual. So if she can do anything, what is it that what is it that the next person can do to show that to show appreciation? So me coming here to talk to you guys is really, we both in some like the scenario. You see what I'm saying? So this is usually what people carry, and then they usually have these. But if you all of that, if you both of these right here, and that's your gateway, and that's your primary, we call that a real person because they don't mind showing who they are. If you can carry both of those on both planes. But most of the time, these are the ones that the primary love language is your inner love language. That's who your spirit is. You know, you, like y'all said, y'all give this because y'all want to receive it, right? So if I give words of affirmation every day, like I tell my wife, she understood that. When you understand that how somebody loves, that's how they want to receive love, right? My wife understands that she gets praised all the time. She's beautiful, her spirit beautiful, whole nine. The fact of the matter is, she understood that's how I want to be loved at the same time. So we work well with each other because we both always throwing each other positive energy as we can. But at the same time, we can hurt each other at the same time too because we both know that so well. So it can be fragile. It can be fragile at times. So you got to have compassion when you're actually dealing with somebody. That's the whole point about this leverage part, about leveraging your love language. Because once you realize somebody's love language, you can actually propel them or you can actually hurt them at the same time because you know what it is that they actually want and you choose not to give it to them in the way that they want to receive it. And that right there can be dangerous and detrimental. So if you communicate with anybody, you recognize how they, because if I'm thinking about it from just a everyday business perspective, right, is I'm out selling my book and I'm in a young lady, or let's say a guy walked past and I say, how you doing, King? And he stops and me walking like, man, that made my day. Man, I need to hear that, man. He had a bad day. But because I just simply said, how you doing, King, to him, it gave him a little more boost, gave him a little bit more energy, right? I'm recognizing the signal. I understand. That's how he receives things. A lot of times, when we thinking with words of affirmations or any type of love language, a lot of times we yearn for those love languages because as a child, as an adolescent, we didn't receive it as much as we wanted to or we should have. So we look for it in other people. And those are the clues, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's the whole purpose of this whole scenario is to try to actually have a positive outlook on how to actually communicate with people. If I can understand what your love language is, I can begin to understand who you are. And when we understand who we are from an adolescent and how we promote it as an adult, we can actually help each other propel to the next level. Am I right or wrong? You good? So, the physical touch part. How many of y'all wish y'all had a hug when y'all was little at times? You know? Think about that for a second. Like, some people got more hugs than the next person. A lot of guys are in this position. A lot of guys ain't never really had the affection of positive energy holding on to them. We grew up playing sports. We grew up having a fight. Am I hitting on something, King? So, battery low. Okay. So we have to understand that we are beings that want to just exude and deliver energy back for we kinetic energy, right? You know what kinetic energy is, right? So if I can do anything, if I can help anybody out, I want to actually create the energy that I have myself, which I'm always positive. I'm always about progressive. I want to pass that along. That's why I'm a transformation speaker. You sit down in one of my sessions with me, I'm going to hold you. I'm going to. It's not going to be uncomfortable or like that, but I'm going to show you how I take my energy in myself and put it in you, so that you can then carry yourself on to the next person and practice at the same time. And hopefully we get everybody on the same bringing each other down, right? Quality time. How do we leverage quality time? I think that's real easy, but I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to show y'all some tricks or whatever. But quality time is really, and this is for all of them. But you really have to listen and pay attention, man. That's it when it comes to that. If you want to get where you're trying to go, you notice a person is. If I'm out selling a book, I'm gonna keep using this example. If I'm out selling a book, right, and an individual's walking past me real fast, their time is valuable to them. I only have so much time to actually pierce them and get through to them. But once I pierce and get through to them, they are individuals that will spend as much time as they need to spend with me to actually satisfy whatever it is that they want to. So I'm getting what I want, and they was like, okay, now he respected me. He ain't just sit up there and just waste my time. I see he was assertive when it came down to expressing himself and what he wanted to give or whatever. Because of that, I'm gonna give him my time. It may be a situation where they might say, okay, I got you when I come right back. And he's heading over here, coming right back. When they come back, they're gonna give you their undivided attention because you took the time to respect their time. And when you understand that time is not always about just spit the cuddled up, quality time is also understanding that an individual got things to do and they value whatever it is that they got going on. Time is of the essence. So if they take the time to actually schedule out or drop hits about wanting to go to a concert after they done set and work and put 80 hours in a week and they just want to have a woosah moment, I don't think that's too much to ask. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get what you want. Acts of service and gifts, like I said earlier today, if you communicate with individuals on a regular basis and they only peak by you giving them something, don't take offense to it. It's just who they are. They probably were spoiled as kids and they understand that they asked for something, they received it. Don't take offense to this, because these right here people can take offense to, right? Because you always want something. You chose them. You chose to deal with them on that level. You know, so it's like, understand what it is. Understand how to use those last two to your advantage is by simply, it don't require a whole lot, and they're really not asking for a whole lot. They just ask you to pay attention. As I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. It's all about paying attention. So if you're not an active listener, as we said in the beginning, all of this is going to go wayside. Because now y'all going to have misunderstanding amongst each other. It'll really just require you to be more of an active listener. When I was coming through the College of Business at the University, though, the one thing that they told us in marketing and sales is listen faster than you speak. Listen faster than what you speak, right? So when I'm out or I'm sitting with a client, I sit back. I might ask an open-ended question, and I just sit back and let them tell me everything I need to know. Now I can leverage that to my advantage and give them what they need so we both are fulfilled, right? And that's some of the realest stuff I'm gonna give you today is that be the faster listener. When communicating, be the faster listener. How do you gain the clues and the signals? It's by sitting up there. You gotta know how to. When you're on a date with each other, right? You're on a date with somebody for the first time, right? Somebody decides to give you their time. They're not with you. Y'all ask each other. We all gonna put our best face on. Everybody. They put their best face on when they meet somebody, right? But there's certain things that will break down a person and actually earn their trust so they can give you everything that you want to really know. And that's what I'm gonna tell y'all next. Queen. Next slide. So, have intention. What's your purpose? If you're dealing with anybody or talking and communicating with anybody, y'all want to get the trust out of the person, you start to gain trust out of the person, then they want to release everything they need to release to you. Lead by example. Be vulnerable with your love language. Y'all all expressed it earlier. Those that are truly a primary love language, is whatever it is, that primary love language, if you exude that out to the world, you shall receive it back. Don't be afraid to exude your love language, because at the end of the day, somebody's going to compliment that love language. You cannot be afraid to be who you are, right? Be assertive. Respect people's time. That right there is big, because that's going to make and break certain business deals. That's going to make and break that conversation with that pretty lady or that handsome gentleman that you want to actually deal with, because you made it all about yourself. You got to actually make it about them, right? Or how can that play on both sides of the playing field? Am I right or wrong? Right? And the last one, create special moments to both parties' advantage, so that it's not just about you. I spoke about that. You got to make it magical for both of y'all. Effective communication is something y'all both being out the scenario, right? All you got to do is focus on how you're going to be creative and give them what you need to give. And then if they really care about you, they're going to give it right back to you. If they don't, then you know right then and there that it's not somebody that you want to deal with. Okay? All right? So, and that's it right here. For more information on the 5 love languages, like I said, we created Gary Chapman in their book. We also have it in our book as well, in the chapters in our book as well. But if you want more information on it, just go to the this website up here at the top. Also, I want you to write down and follow. I want everybody right now to pull your phones out. When y'all write this down, after y'all write this down, pull your phones out. Follow us at Black Heartbeat. Now, we never did explain what BLACK stands for. BLAC stands for build it, love it, appreciate it, commit to it, you guarantee success. And that's a fact. So if you can build in your mind, you can hold in your hand. As y'all notice back there, y'all see that wine bottle on the table. We're the youngest wine company here. We're the youngest wine company in Georgia and possibly in the country. But it started up here first. And when it's all said and done, if you can think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. It's living proof for that. If you love and appreciate the process, meaning you have to love and appreciate the good and the bad. Because why? Your biggest failures become your biggest lessons, which becomes your biggest successes, right? As you can remember that. So you gotta love and appreciate. Appreciate simply means value increase. So whatever it is that you do, if you want to see that asset grow, you have to delve into whatever it is that you're doing. Meaning you have to be an expert in whatever it is that you're doing in order to increase the value of who you are, right? So if I'm gonna sell wine, I better know everything about a muscadine grape. I better know everything about the vines that it come off of. I better know everything about the other fruit that I infuse in it, because I'm increasing the value of who I am. I'm not just somebody that's talking about it, but I'm actually being about it, right? And then the last one is C, commitment. A lot of us don't commit to whatever we do. The moment something goes wrong, we shelf it. We put it on the shelf. We give up on it, and then the next person come out with it. And you saying, "Dang, I thought about that first." And you like, "Nah, you can't get credit for it. You ain't put it through. Ain't nobody gonna believe you." So that's why I say stick to it. If you have something that you're trying to accomplish, success is not about the end goal. Success is about taking a step every single day. That's success.
No, come here.
And then this is our personal Instagrams as well. If you follow me on Facebook, I'm King Donte Cam on Facebook, but this is our Instagram, my wife's Instagram, and our website where you can, I would appreciate it if y'all want to, man. Step back there. We're gonna be at the table in the back. We have our books available, and we have some T-shirts. We have a few left that are donations for our nonprofit organization. But if you don't want to grab it today, you can always grab it on our website too. At the end of all this, you got that card in front of you guys. If you can't.